gentlemen. My name is Jason Zillow, and welcome to Yankee Stadium. Be remiss not to mention the many fans I'm sure that are joining us via the YES Network, Yankees.com, MLB Network, ESPN, and WFAN. A few moments ago, we disseminated a press release announcing that Alex Rodriguez will play in his final Major League game this Friday at Yankee Stadium versus Tampa Bay. Following the game, he will be unconditionally released by the club from his player contract in order to sign a contract to serve as a special advisor and instructor for the New York Yankees. The new contract will run through December 31st, 2017. Before I turn it over to Alex, I think I'd like to try and frame this and give it some more context with a statement from Yankees managing general partner Hal Steinbrenner. This quote is in the press release that was sent out a few moments ago, but for the fans at home, I think it's important to read. Also of note, I think, is that part of the contract, Alex will be reporting directly to Hal. This is from Hal. After spending several days discussing this plan with Alex, I am pleased that he will remain a part of our organization moving forward and transition into a role in which I know he can flourish. We have an exciting group of talented young players at every level of our system. Our job as an organization is to utilize every resource possible to allow them to reach their potential, and I expect Alex to directly contribute to their growth and success. Baseball runs through Alex's blood. He's a tireless worker and an astute student of the game. Alex has already proven to be a willing and effective mentor to many players who have come through our clubhouse. And I am confident that this next phase of his baseball life will bring out the best in Alex and the next generation of Yankees. It's an end quote, and that's from Hal Steinbrenner. With that, Alex, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Ian. Last night I wrote a few things down. I didn't want to forget anyone. This is a tough day. I love this game, and I love this team. And today, I'm saying goodbye to both. This is also a proud day. I was 18 when I broke into the big leagues. I never thought I can play for 22 years. At 18, I just wanted to make a team. I want to thank the Steinbrenner family for giving me this opportunity and for making me part of this team. And for giving me an opportunity to stay involved by mentoring the next generation of Yankees. Hal, I'm grateful to you for the faith you're showing in me today. No athlete ever ends his career or her career the way you want to. We all want to keep playing forever. But it doesn't work that way. Accepting the end gracefully is part of being a professional athlete. saying goodbye may be the hardest part of the job. But that's what I'm doing today. I want to thank Mom, who's watching at home, and my daughters. Thank you for your support. You've been through so much with me. I want to thank my family, my friends, former managers, coaches, teammates, my teammates who are in the back today. I want to thank Commissioner Manfred for your support. And I especially want to thank the fans for letting me play the game that I love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Obviously, we'll take some questions. We have wireless mics. Please raise your hands and we'll get to as many of you as possible. Meredith, to your right, Alex.
Alex, at what point in time did you know that this was going to be the end? And did you reach out to Hal, or did he reach out to you?
Hal reached out to me, and we had several conversations. I believe it was Wednesday.
Wally?
Alex, do you think that you can no longer play baseball? You and I have discussed the fact that you thought you still had some home runs left in you. Why are you choosing to walk away now?
I mean, the answer is that, sure, of course, I think I can play baseball. You always think you have one more hit in your, help the team win one more game for sure. That was in the cards. You know, that was the Yankees' decision. And I'm at peace with it.
To your left, Alex. Brendan?
Alex, when Hal approached you, what did he approach you about? How did he approach you? Did he ask you to retire?
I'm not going to share those private conversations. I'm going to keep those private. But I can tell you that I was incredibly humbled and flattered that he wanted me to spend time with the next generation of Yankees. That's a role that I've enjoyed my entire career, especially after arriving here in 2004. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, the goal in New York never ends, never changes. Is to bring a world championship to our great fans every year, and this is another way that I can be involved and bring value to our franchise.
Susan, to your right, Alex.
Alex, you've always said you're a teacher at heart. Was this your idea, or was it Hal's, to work with these kids? Because there's a plethora of shortstops down there.
Yeah, no, this was Hal's idea, and I give him a lot of credit for believing me and having the faith in me. But I think he recognized early on that I really enjoy working with some of our great players that have come through our system, and we keep drafting great players, developing them, and some are here and some are elsewhere, but we do have an incredible amount of talent in the minor leagues. We have some guys that we've seen here this year that have an incredible future, and the Yankees are excited and I'm excited. And the other thing is, when you go down and rehab assignments, you get to meet these kids, I'm invested in these kids. And spring training, Rob Thompson does a great job of combining veterans and young players. And we do a lot of things together. And just like they're excited, I'm equally as excited.
Dave against the wall, and Dave Lennon next to him.
Alex, there was a time a few years ago when relations between you and the Yankees were not good. How did you change that dynamic to the point where now you're going to be a special advisor to the owner?
I have no idea. I wish I knew. You know, everyone always wants to talk about baseball and numbers. Baseball is synonymous with numbers. But one of the things I'm most proud of is the fact that I've been able to mend some really good relationships at every level in baseball, and starting with the fans, with the commissioner's office, with our front office, and the fact that I even have an opportunity to stay involved with the Yankees is something that I'll be sharing with my girls for a long time.
Leno, right next to Dave.
Alex, over here next to Dave. Why Friday to stop playing? And two, how hard is it? You're so close to so many immortal people between Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron and further up the line. How hard is that to walk away knowing you're that close to that group?
Yeah, so I think Friday was just logistics. My mom is at home. I definitely, I asked Hal for an opportunity to play one more game in front of our fans, my mother, my daughters, the folks at the Boys and Girls Club. There'll be a lot of people that are flying from all over the country to get here. Just Friday worked out. Thankful for that opportunity to play and get at least a few more at-bats. As far as 700 or any of those type of milestones, look, I would have had an unbelievable fun time trying to go after them. I think it would have been something fun to share with our fans, with our young players. Watching history is something that I think is synonymous with the Yankees, and I would have had fun trying to not only hit home runs but help the team win and contribute and finish the year on a strong note. Those are not the cards that I was dealt, and again, I'm at peace with the organization's decision.
Joe, you're back to your right, same spot. Alex.
Alex, in answering Wally's question before, you said you always think you have one more hit in you, one more homer, a chance to help it, but then you finished by saying that was the Yankees' decision. Did the Yankees essentially give you an ultimatum here that said, let's work out something where both of us have some grace walking out of this, or else we're just going to release you?
I mean, I don't think the conversations got that strong or aggressive. They didn't need to. I have an enormous respect for Hal Steinbrenner, and I really focused on the positive part of the conversation, the opportunity to have some longevity with our franchise, and that was it.
Right here, the lady here.
Alex, Cristina from Telemundo. ¿Nos puedes dar unas palabras en español? ¿Por qué decides primero de nada terminar tu contrato un año antes de todo?
Bueno, primero le quiero dar las gracias a todos los fanáticos latinos de pelota en el mundo entero. Pelota siempre ha sido mi sueño y me encanta jugar. Esta fue una decisión que los Yankees hicieron y bueno, ahora voy a cambiar de batear jonrones, de ojalá ayudar a los próximos prospectos de los Yankees, batear jonrones en un futuro y tener las mismas metas que nosotros hicimos en el 2009, que fue ganar un campeonato y traer la bandera de campeonato para los fanáticos de Nueva York.
Brian Hoke, to your right.
Alex, how long would you say you wrestled with the idea of taking Hal up on this offer, and did you consider the chance that maybe you could go and play for another team?
Oh, well, a lot's happened in the last 72 hours. I'm trying to get a time sense of, you know, when Hal told me, I just tell him, give me a few days. I need to kind of think on this, sleep on it. I have not thought past the pinstripes, and my horizon is Friday, and haven't thought much more than that.
Who has the mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, to your right, Alex.
Yeah, have you thought about whether it'll be surreal to be involved in the game, to be mentoring young players, but not to be walking on the field?
Well, you get to walk on the field and help the young kids. But look, I'm 41. I've played for 22 years in the major leagues, right? That's half of my adult life. It's been a long time. I look forward to mentoring and sharing some of the experiences, both good and bad, that I've experienced with our young players.
Tenchi, middle, Alex. Left.
Alex, tú eres muy inteligente en el juego, has jugado béisbol toda tu vida. Si fueras a evaluar una diferencia del Alex que conectó 33 honrones y el Alex del 2016 que se va del béisbol.
Bueno, definitivamente yo creo que la mecánica de este año nunca la controlé muy bien, pero yo siempre digo que con descanso yo siempre regreso fuerte. Por eso yo tenía inspiraciones grandes para el año 2017 de regresar con mucha fuerza y mucha energía.
Okay, we're gonna, Marley to your right, and then Barry. Marley, when you're done, can you just pass it behind you?
Alex, ¿qué vas a recordar de 22 años en Grandes Ligas jugando? What will you remember?
Bueno, el 2009 sería mi número uno memoria. Aquí cuando uno se pone el uniforme de los Yankees, uno se preocupa de una cosa y una solamente, y es ganar y ganar campeonatos.
Aren't we in the
Y
United States?
Nosotros tenemos equipos que yo creo que podíamos ganar 2 o 3 veces.
Why
pero
can't
tú
you
dices lo
speak
difícil que es
English?
ganar un campeonato. Pero el 2009 va a ser un año que nunca se me olvidará a mí y a mi familia y los peloteros y coaches y managers que lo compartimos.
Marley, you have Barry? Yep, go ahead.
Okay,
Thank you.
Alex, this has been really a momentous week for the Yankees between the trades, Tex retiring, now you're retiring. How did we get here? I mean, individually for you and individually for this team.
You know, last year for our team and for me personally, it was a magical season. This season we had big aspirations, and we were ambitious to have a, you know, kind of build on what we started last year. But baseball is a funny game, and it's a difficult game. And for me personally, once I started swinging the bat pretty well, I ran into an injury, missed about 21 games or so, and mechanically I just never felt like I caught up. And I have a little bit over 200 at bats, and I always felt that with rest and with reps and with fixing some of my techniques, because I've always done it, I thought I would have a strong finish and a stronger year next year. But again, that wasn't in the cards.
To your left, Ed.
Thank you. Alex, good luck in your new endeavors, and I would like to know what's your most memorable time with the New York Yankees?
I mean, I think Tex said it the other day, right? I mean, for us, that's easy around here. It's all about winning. And 2009, Mariano ground ball to Robinson, to Teixeira, and we were world champs. And that's a memory that I'll never forget.
Thank you.
Ed, can you pass it behind you, please? Fitzy, go ahead.
Thank you. Alex, you're somebody who has paid plenty of attention to baseball history, who's studied and read about players in the past. How do you think you should be remembered in baseball history?
I mean, that's not for me to say. I do want to be remembered as someone who is, you know, madly in love with the game of baseball, someone who loves it at every level, someone who loves to learn, teach it, watch it, play it, coach it. And also, I'm going to be hopefully remembered for someone who tripped and fell a lot, but someone that kept getting up.
Wally, to your right here. We'll take a few more.
Alex, what's it been like for you personally to not be in the lineup for the past month or so? You know, what have you been going through, and have you requested and received any assurances that you'll play in these last 4 games?
So, Wally, the last 4 weeks have not been fun. It's been very painful and embarrassing to sit on the bench. It's been awkward. So from that sense, I'm very happy that we found a solution. Management has told me that I'll get a few at-bats on Friday. So I am excited that in between, you mean Boston? That's up to Joe. I have not talked about, haven't been told what they're going to do with me. But I am very excited about Friday.
To your left, Julio.
Alex, your contract for coaching and special advisor is basically signed up to December 31st, 2017. Is this something that this was a graceful way for you to just exit, you know, bring it on to you? Or are you really seriously thinking about staying in baseball as a possible coach for the future?
I want to make it clear, I'm not a coach. I'm not going to be coaching. I may be coaching Natasha's basketball team back in Ransom in Miami if they let me. I think both Hal and I are very serious about the possibility of bringing value to these young players. You know, there's such a long bridge between Tampa and New York, and what happens in those formative years for our players is very important. And I think you could bring enormous value to our players on how to get it done from A to Z. And for a guy like me that's been to hell and back and made every mistake in the book, I think they can learn equally from all the mistakes that I've made and hopefully not make them.
Ricky, to your left, Alex.
Alex,
Dan.
your work on TV last year analyzing the World Series was highly acclaimed, and you look like you had a lot of fun doing it. Does your new agreement allow you to continue to do something like that on television, radio? Is that something you look forward to being on this side of the game?
That's something that I have to review with Jean. She's our chief legal, and she will give us all the language on that. But I hope so. I hope, I think Hal wants me to have some flexibility. He wants me to, I hope, be an ambassador to this great franchise, not only here, but in Dominican Republic, my homeland, and shout out to all my Dominican people out there. Yeah, so I think that shouldn't be a problem.
Up against the wall, Michael Kay, to your right, Alex.
Alex, when you play on Friday, do you then just stay with the team and mentor the younger players, or do you go home after Friday?
Yeah, so I will be going home after Friday, and I believe my duties will start next spring training. And of course, if there's a need, maybe in Tampa with some of our young shortstops, it's something that I'm available because Miami is very close to Tampa.
We'll take the last one, Brendan, to your left.
A report came out at 11 this morning from Ken Rosenthal of Fox Sports says Alex Rodriguez said the Yankees informed him a few days ago they wanted to release him. Is that...
Say it again now?
This report says, from Ken Rosenthal on Fox Sports, published at 11 this morning, says that Alex Rodriguez said the Yankees informed him a few days ago they wanted to release him. Did they explicitly say that?
Like I said, I think someone, maybe Joe asked that question over here. The conversation never went that far. I mean, really, it was a focus on what does the organization want to do. I think our goals are similar. We want to get New York back to being a world champion. The fact that I get to be a small part of that, potentially, I was excited about it. As far as what was going to happen after that, we really didn't get that far.
Okay, Al, are you good? Excellent. Thank you. Thanks, Alex. We'll pause here for a moment and let players, coaches, team personnel